But there's gonna be a kiss.
Ew.
Edit. What's up, friends? Welcome back to the number 2 pod. I'm Glenn.
And I'm Simi.
And this episode is going to be cinnamon.
Trial and error.
So legal.
Legal jargon.
Identity fraud.
Theft is a crime.
Pluribus. Name one amendment to the laws.
Of the Constitution of the...
We the people declare together independent for America from the party of tea, for freedom of religion, only to have more religion in the freedom
of speech.
The vaccine of America.
Jamiroquai. Amen.
2 under his eye. Welcome back to the pod. We appreciate everyone listening. It is fun to make a podcast, and it is fun to watch it back after the edit, not before. We've got some good topics today. Topics. We have some good topic. Do you remember that movie?
No. What movie?
The Cutting Edge. Topic.
I'm not that old. I don't know what that movie is.
At my current job, I'll be talking about a movie and they'll go, when did it come out? And you're like, oh, it's like an early 90s movie. And they'll go, I was born in 2005.
Me too.
The movie I was discussing was Practical Magic, which that's a 90s movie, right?
Never heard of it.
They're making a sequel, Sandra Bullock. Anyway, and they look at me like I'm insane. So I feel like if I brought up The Cutting Edge, the penultimate ice skating movie. If you haven't seen The Cutting Edge, look it up immediately. She's very difficult to work with.
We love a Hallmark movie.
It's not a Hallmark movie. I couldn't tell you any of the actors in it, but it's very good. She's very difficult. She can't find a partner. She can't keep a partner. And then Douglas Dorsey, I know, I did a Russian accent. Businessman. The hockey player comes and becomes an ice skater and they fall in love. It's a good movie. Highly recommend. Anyway, not the point of this podcast. What's funny though is I've been trying to expand my horizons for other podcasts. You're more of like an audiobook kind of guy, but I'm a random podcast kind of guy. And I've been listening to, I think it's called The Rewatchables, and they just watch movies basically through it. They have all these different questions and topics. So it's been fun because there's so many movies.
How many podcasts do you think you listen to in a week or in a month?
A lot. I have a long commute. A lot. It's like movies, film, entertainment news, theme park news, politics, money, tech, and then just like random. I'm listening to this lady and her podcast is about not being a consumer, basically. She like did this cleanse. Actually, I think that one's an audiobook, I'll be honest with you. How about you? I think you're an audiobook person. You like to listen to books.
Yeah. What books am I listening to right now? Real estate stuff.
Real estate stuff.
CEO Excellence.
CEO Excellence. It's a good book. That's super interesting.
Yeah, I guess it's a lot of self-help stuff.
Improve your executive presence. That's corporate help.
I like to figure out ways I can help other people.
Okay, the first topic, as discussed in the pre-interview meeting, is we are men and we have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I don't know if women do this. I'll never know.
Wait, I feel like we talked about this, no?
The red light.
Yeah, I'm not too sure though, but maybe we did.
Perhaps we've discussed this on the podcast before, but it has come up in the topics and it has been selected as the topic. So we have placed a light in our bathroom. And we originally did this because the fan in our bathroom in our apartment was so loud and the light was so jarring that you couldn't use the restroom without waking the other person up. So I was like, I have these smart hue lights. I can run a cord into the bathroom. So
no, but at first we did the toilet bowl light that you can get on Amazon.
We did. I forgot about that. I thought we still had that.
We do still have it, but it ran out of battery. And sometimes you don't want to take it out of the toilet to actually charge it on top of the sink.
There's a cleaning issue with the toilet bowl light. And Bed Bath & Beyond went out of business. So where would you get a new one if we were to break it? The Amazon.
The Amazonians.
So now we have this red light in our bathroom, long story short. And it's
the red light special.
The red light special because someone somewhere read that red light is...
Doesn't really wake you up.
Doesn't wake you up?
And I have a theory that it's because of photosynthesis stuff. Like when you go into a red room, when you try to develop film, the light, there's no like UV light that actually damages the photo paper, whatever it's called.
See, whoever paid for arts education in San Jose helped you.
I mean, it's just a theory. I don't know if that's even true. Like,
There's a red light when they develop photos. I've been in the photo lab.
But like for to wake up in the middle of the night and not to like get jarred by like a bright light because you have to go to the restroom. Having the red light on, you can still see where you're going.
It's honestly genius.
You can aim properly into the toilet and still not get fully awoken.
But also, if you are aiming and you miss, or there's a double stream situation, which often happens.
Where would this double stream come from?
Sometimes there's a double stream. I don't know what. It's something with the skin. Anyway, it's very sudden, and you just go back to bed and you hope for the best in the morning.
Allegedly. Legal jargon.
So we're curious if anybody else has a red light special.
No, you should do that. This is
it's a recommendation.
So you're welcome.
As the new editor of Basic Bitch Vogue, this is my first column on lifestyles of the fancy
dressers of
fruitful. I highly recommend. No, I love it. 10 out of 10. I'm a huge fan. I think it's genius. Because I just visited my parents, and to get up and go to the bathroom, they have a nightlight, but you go into the bathroom and you're like, I gotta turn this thing on. It's loud. It's bright.
It's the little luxuries in life.
It's the small.
It's what some would call quiet.
The quiet quitting.
Luxury.
Oh
gosh.
Conundrum. I highly recommend. And for our next topic on the podcast, we will be discussing, as previously discussed in the briefing
at dinner,
where I contemplated ordering a quiche, but I was too scared, so I had a omelette and small pancakes. The Danish really know how to do pancakes, let me tell you. They're so little. How do they make them?
What are they called?
Nobody knows.
No, they're called like...
they're like dollar.
Quarter. Dollar.
$50. Coin pancakes. And they like drizzle honey on them or something. Maybe it's syrup. I don't know. And then they give you honey butter. And then they're like, do you want fruit on top? And you're like, okay. Genius. So good. They must microwave them. There's no way they're...
So what was this topic you're talking about?
So the topics as discussed in the meeting were... I clearly remember them. And they are...
Lottery.
The lottery. We were going to discuss the lottery. And I was waiting to reveal that topic.
Thank you for that.
Because when you watch the telecast and the balls are going, you have to build the tension. And then you're at home and you're like, the Powerball. That's why we did that. It had nothing to do with early signs of dementia.
So the Powerball is over $1 billion right now.
$1 billion.
Are any of you guys excited about that? Have you gotten your ticket? Apparently the drawing is tonight. And by tonight, a few days ago... Last week.
Tell you what I will do when I win the Powerball. Burn this apartment to the ground. Say hello to my little friend. We've done this before on the podcast where we've talked about winning the lottery. But this time we're going to win.
Yeah. Okay. So like we always do this thing too where we always just like, okay, if you won. The lottery. I can't even talk today. If you won the lottery, what would you do? And I mean, I'm not talking about, well, I would get like a financial advisor and I'll do like, yes, you're going to do all that.
Steps.
You're going to take the steps. You're going to, just try to do good with your money. But try not to get sued. What is something that you would get? Would you get a house? I feel like you wouldn't get a house, but you'd stay in hotels.
Girl, I do not want a liability. Let me tell you. I don't want to spend any more time in a bank than I have to.
You'd probably stay in hotels, right?
I mean, how much could an Airbnb...
And you'd go like hotel to hotel to Airbnb to Airbnb. And
you could just do an Airbnb for like 60 days at a time.
So you probably wouldn't get like obviously the $1 billion or over. You probably get like what, 600 to 800,000?
600 to 800 million.
600 million, sorry. I can't count apparently.
You could go a while.
Definitely. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like for the first year, you'd probably
why would you buy a house? You want people to know where you're at with all your money? No. That's irresponsible.
You could still do apartments and just, like, be in an apartment for, like, a year.
You want people to visit you with all your money in an apartment?
I mean, you'd have enough money to break your lease.
If I have $700 million, I won't have any neighbors. I can guarantee you.
But you're in a hotel. There's neighbors in a hotel.
Not in nice hotels. I'm saying I wouldn't get an apartment. You want to live at the Grove? You know what I mean? Like where's there a nicer apartment? You know?
I mean, it's true. You can
I don't want a neighbor.
You can rent condos.
You can rent a condo?
Yeah. People rent their
condo. Oh, they rent them out?
Yeah. Like if
they let them. If the HOA.
The HOA.
You know what I would do is I would start an HOA union and then you'd be a billionaire real quick. Because that shit's corrupt. #TikTok.
Yeah, but
You're going to buy a house?
I just feel like, I feel like I would.
I feel like I
Especially
would.
if I knew I was going to like plant myself somewhere.
No, I feel like I would rent a soundstage at Warner Brothers. I would hire a set designer to build kind of like a set on what's that reality show that everybody's watching? The Traders.
Big Brother.
No, The Traders. So like a round desk,
Oh gosh.
but like themed, and there'd be probably fire on the sides. So then I would invite my whole family and any of my friends to like a cocktail party. We'd have to rent the outside too. And then like one by one, they'd get called into a room and like, you'd be like, this is what's happening. So like prepare your pitch. And then we'd film it like a reality show. And then they'd all have to sit around the table and figure out who the trader is. And then at the end, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to pay off your house. I'm going to pay off your student loan debt. And then it'd be like, Tammy, we are no
Why
longer.
is it always Tammy?
We are like, Tammy, we are no longer friends.
Who are we related
You
to?
are the trader. Like, and then she'd have to like walk down a long hallway. They'd edit in the music later. But we'd hire the people.
How would you know if she's a traitor or not?
I don't know. We just pick some family member to just ruin for fun.
Sorry, Tammy.
Just to be dramatic. We'd have to hire the people that do the music to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It'd be like, lots of lighting, 90s lighting, stage lighting, just for fun.
Is that something you would do? Is you would help family pay off stuff?
Yeah, just like small stuff.
Yeah.
You'd be like, is your mortgage paid off? Do you have debt?
No.
Let me pay off your cars. Like, you just do simple stuff. You're not going to give people, like, what are you going to do? You can't buy people presents that they can't afford. You can't buy somebody a house they can't afford. That's irresponsible because they can't afford the utilities. They can't afford. It's like, here's this house. Like, that's selfish. They have to live within their means because they're going to have to get a job,
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not
you know
sure.
what I mean? Like, not siblings, but like your parents, like, you take care of them.
Yeah. I heard this
That makes sense.
story of
You can't enable people.
when you hear these stories of past lottery winners and kind of the horror stories that have happened.
Well, they say like 98% of people lose it all within the first 5 years.
Oh, yeah, for
like,
sure.
It's like
especially if you
proven.
don't know and you don't have like financial
No,
literacy.
they say like it's like proven. There's
No,
like
I understand.
basically nobody.
That's why it's super important to get all that stuff situated before I feel like you even start spending. But
Yeah.
this is a podcast part where like after that's all situated, we're gonna spend on something.
You're going to buy something. But even $700 million, like, what are you going to buy? You can take some trips with your family. You can pay off people's debt. But is there like a luxury item you actually
I don't know if I'd like.
Because I would have
it
like
would kinda
luxury
depend.
clothes. I don't care about jewelry. I don't care about cars. I don't want a boat. I mean, a house, I guess, eventually you'd want somewhere to live that's nice that you could entertain.
One thing I'd start doing, I would full boxes of blind
Lagos.
boxes.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that. You could, girl, for $700 million, you could start your own Popmart, hire an artist, and
That's what I'll do. I'll start
get
my
the
own.
factories in China to
Yes.
start making fuzzy toys for
I'll
you.
partner with different artists. We'll call it something else.
Fartmart. Fartmart.
And we'll start really cool
Yeah.
little plushies.
But I can't think of anything like, I mean, okay. I see your question.
Oh my God.
I know.
It's
This
going
is
to be the houses on Disney or something.
No.
You would, though, I feel like. What is it called?
Would I buy a golden oak?
A golden oak.
If I had $700 million, would I buy a golden oak?
You would.
You bet your ass I would. I'd buy one of the Four Seasons residences at the golden oak. Anyway.
The fact that you know all about them.
Well, we'd have to go to the other parks in the world first, and then we'd be like, okay, we're bought in. Like, the company's doing well. Or you could be like a really ridiculous
How many DVCs?
timeshare owner. Yeah, you could just be like, sorry, sir, can you please leave? Get a f***ing life. No. Okay, so
The one guy who won the $10 lottery and now lives
trespass
at
from
Disney.
Disney. They're like, please leave. Okay, so I've got it. You want to share yours first? Your gluttonous one.
I don't even know what I want.
Okay, it came to me. I understand the question now. I would build. This is like 15-year-old me. What I would do when I was 15, I never had any friends. Basically, I still have no friends. Like, if you want to be my friend, please let me know. Like, but it's not going to work.
I wish
out.
this kind of wasn't true because you have one best friend and it's
not going well. I've never been a friend person. Like, I have unrealistic expectations of people, and most people are just in their own world. Whatever, it's fine. And I'm very independent. Like, that's the other thing. Because then you're like, I want to go do this. And they're like, I don't want to do this. Let's make plans. Like, but I'm not making plans. Like, I'm not 50 years old. Anyway, I was really into laser tag. Don't roll your eyes. So I would, and this, I'd have to hire retired Imagineers or something, because I don't think the technology exists. Like, the laser tag technology developments, I think, have stalled, because otherwise there would be one on every corner. So I think I would build a really good laser tag place, like roll on the mats type of, like where the suits, like, you know what I mean? Like where you go recharge is like
I feel like you'd have to like make it reality.
No, it would be like a
Virtual reality.
No, it would no. I'm not wearing a headset. Even though we did do hashtag rest in peace. It was called The Void. They went out of business, Utah-based company. We did this thing called The Void, and it was like VR to everything. It was the most incredible thing I've ever done. But I wouldn't want it to be that, because the fun of laser tag is like having friends. Again, I have no friends. Like, but like you're on a team, you know what I mean? And like you're fighting, you're doing war. But you would like spend the money, because most laser tag places weren't that nice. You know what I mean? There was like A team, B team, red, blue. The fog machine was a little, needed a refill. It was like 2 lasers.
I think I now know what we are both going to do if we won.
No, I'm building the laser tag place.
I know you would, but I feel like because you're such a huge theme park person, what we would do is I would build my own fart mart and my own IP plushies with artists and blah, blah, blah.
Would open.
Then you would be like the theme park.
Fart mart theme park.
Person, have a laser tag with everything else that I feel like is in your head already, just being a theme park person. And
you're trying to already
brand experience. What is the kid like game you used to play that was like a roller coaster tycoon?
A roller coaster tycoon?
Yes, you were super insanely into that growing up, weren't you?
We did not have many computer games growing up, but we did have Roller Coaster Tycoon. And I want to speak directly into the camera about Roller Coaster Tycoon and suicide. I know I don't want to take it there, but like that game, you should not, as a 12-year-old, been able to kill people.
You can kill people in
yeah. So it's like you would get enough coins. Well, you'd use the cheat codes to get enough money to buy like the roller coaster that like launches, goes in a circle, goes up and goes back down. But you could go into the settings of the roller coaster and like make it go too fast. So then the train would like fly off the end and then they'd land in the lake and then they'd all be drowning. Like, you don't remember that?
I never played it.
You never played Roller Coaster Tycoon? It was an unhinged game. Or you could make paths that people would walk down and then it would like end in a river and they'd fall in the river and they'd be like, help me, help me. And then you'd get like an alert or whatever it was, and they would be like, you have guests that are dying and they're not happy, like they want corn dogs.
Disney, fire him now.
It was an unhinged game. I'm saying that was bad.
No, that was wild. That's wild that could even happen.
Yeah, I think we'd start with one laser tag location
and one plushie,
but it would be really well done. It'd be really classy. Like the pizza, probably microwaved, but like decent, DiGiorno or above.
What else would you do?
Oh, we're still on this topic. I still want to know what you would buy.
I think I would.
I feel like there's like an item you would buy. Like I'm not a consumerist, but there's things you want.
I don't know. Not really. I think I'd just get.
You wouldn't like go to Balenciaga and be like, those shoes, how much are those shoes? They're trash bags. You're like,
Possibly. But I think if anything, I'd probably want like really good dinners. Very like
where?
Well put together drink. I don't know, just something like fancy that actually like could just taste really well done.
Unique dining experiences.
You see those experiences like on these shows and you're like, gosh, 6-course meals that people have that
where the food's like this big.
4 Michelin star type of meals. Like I'd just go around everywhere and I feel like I'd probably just like drop money on that. It's really good. And then you can do that with like experiential like things like family, which I think is probably more important than like buying stuff. You know what I'm saying? For me, at least. I think that would be fun. I think that'd be nice.
I feel like we could go visit your mom.
Oh, I'm buying all of Shrewsbury, Shropshire.
You're like, I'm now Scrooge McDuck. Or what's the character in the Christmas Carol?
It's Scrooge.
Scrooge. You're like, I'm now Scrooge. Taking over. Shrewsbury, Shropshire.
I'm literally buying the armory, the boathouse. We're owning everything.
I'm sure they'll love that. I'm sure this will get around the block and they'll say, great, Imperial.
It's going to be like pitchforks and like, get this Yankee out of here.
I don't think so.